Dawson from CreativeGuitarStudio.com. In this lesson, I'm going to show you one of the best patterns for playing the major scale, so let's get started. Our root note will be based off 6th string at the 8th fret. It's a C note, making our scale a C major scale. Now, once you've memorized the pattern and you've practiced it and you're good at it, it's going to sound like this. Now it's going to take some practice to get there, but let's go through this step by step and help you along the way. So starting off at the 8th fret 6th string with the small finger, we're going to get our C root note and then move over to the 5th string at the 5th fret to get a D, sliding up to 7th fret E. After that we'll have an 8th and 10th fret F and G played with middle finger and small finger. And then we're going to shift over to the 4th string and we're going to get a 7th fret sliding to 9th fret, giving us an A to a B with index finger. And then there's a C note coming in next on the 10th fret 4th string to complete the first octave. Now that's an important point. That's what I would suggest starting with. Get that down really good at first, and then you're going to move forward after that. We'll have that C note moving up to a 12th fret D on 4th string with middle finger to small finger. And then after that on the 3rd string, we're going to add in with index 9th sliding to 10th, so E to F. Then with 3rd finger, slide 12th to 14th, that's a G to an A. Then we're going to switch strings and get a B and a C and a D with index, middle, and small finger. And be aware that we have a 2nd octave at that point at the 13th fret of 2nd string, and that's where I would use as a 2nd region to practice from. 4th string 10th fret C up to 2nd string 13th fret C. So we'll have this. All right, to finish things off, we're just going to add from that C, we're going to go to a D, middle finger to small finger, 15th fret, and then go and change strings to the 1st string, and we're just going to get an E and an F on 12th and 13th with index and middle. And then we're going to go back down to the 2nd string and get 15 to 13. And notice I'm playing it twice to really anchor the sound of that C note. It's really important where you know exactly how that C note is being affected along the way, string by string, position by position, because of course it's really important, it's the root note. So start there, study that, get that down, and I have a couple of other ideas I'm going to share with you as well. Scales will typically be shown in books and magazines and online using a diagram method called a fingerboard scale diagram. Now, these scale diagrams are images that show the neck and strings with the 6th string at the bottom and the 1st string at the top. Here's what the pattern for the C major scale that we just played looks like as a fingerboard diagram. The fastest way to memorize a scale is through something called visualized diagram shapes on the neck. Now, memorizing the geometry of a scale is extremely beneficial because the notes all generally move around with half steps and whole steps, and once you can learn to see that on the neck, you're going to be able to use the scale faster and commit it to memory much faster. Now, one of the things that I had when I was going to music college, which I found was very helpful, is slashes were drawn between notes that I would have position shifts around. So, you know, in our case, we have them between the D and the E on 5th string, and then A to B on the 4th string, E to F on 3rd string, G to A on 3rd string. And that just helps you to understand when you're glancing at the diagram on the page, however you're drawing it, you know, you're going to have a little bit faster mental recall to where you got to go with those position shifts. And to see those slashes drawn, boy, it can be extremely helpful. So take this to heart, grab some fingerboard diagram paper. If you don't have any, my handouts collection ebook has it. You can get a copy of that for yourself, and it's very beneficial to see this stuff on the neck because through visualization, you just learn it way faster. If you'd like some diagram paper to draw out your own scales, you can get your own fingerboard diagram worksheets in my handouts collection ebook. Just go to CreativeGuitarStudio.com/donations. Now, I'll bet that when you were a kid, you had some teacher along the way say to you, learn this forwards and backwards. Well, that saying also applies to scales. You'll want to learn them ascending and descending. So here's how to play that C major scale backwards. All right, so now let's take a look at the descending pattern. That's what it's going to be like once you've practiced it and you've got it down. But you're going to need to work on it slowly and perfectly in the beginning. So let's get going through the whole shape and the layout of it. We're going to start on the second string, 13th fret C with the middle finger. And then you're going to roll that middle finger over to the 13th fret F on first string. In behind that, with your index finger, grab a 12th fret E. And then head back to the second string, 15th fret with your small finger, getting a D, heading back to 13th fret C with middle, and then 12th fret B with index. Then you're going to shift over to the third string, get a 14th fret, that's an A, with the third finger, and you're going to slide it down to 12th fret. So it'll be a drop down from A to G. And then you're going to go to the 10th fret with the index finger, that's an F. Slide that back to an E, so you get 10th fret dropping down to 9th fret on the third string with index finger, F to E. Then you're going to shift over to the fourth string, you'll get a 12th fret D, a 10th fret C, moving from that small finger on the 12th fret to the middle finger on the 10th fret. And then you'll have the next note, this is a B now on the 9th fret with index, so you're going to slide that down to an A with index finger dropping from 9 to 7. And then from there, you're going to move to the 10th fret G note with the small finger, and then onto the 5th string, 8th fret with the middle finger, 10 and 8. That's a shift to 5th string, of course. And then you'll have a 7th fret E sliding down to a D, 7th fret to 5th fret. That's done also with index finger. And then to wrap things up, you'll go to the 6th string and play the C, B, C, just to pull in that C root with the small finger, ring finger, and then back again to that small finger, C, B, and then C again to really anchor the sound of that C note, of course, because this is a C major scale. So have fun with that descending pattern. Once you get ascending and descending down with this scale, it's going to be great. You'll be able to use it to improvise. And if you're a Patreon member of mine, you're going to get a chance to see me use this in some improvisation. Guys, if you join and become one of my Patreon members, you're going to get a chance to see a bonus video. And in that video, I'm going to be using this scale to make some solos and some melodies. And you'll get a chance to see me actually use the scale and know how it gets applied. Plus, you're going to get a detailed handout of everything that we covered in this lesson. And along with that, you'll also get a jam track so you can practice this scale at home as well. So head down to my Patreon page and become a $15 a month member today at patreon.com/Creative Guitar Studio. Also, if you found this video helpful, make sure you leave your comments and a thumbs up below. Also, remember too, if you're looking for a step-by-step guitar program that puts real tested methods into a proven guitar course, it's all available over at creativeguitarstudio.com. Plus, you're going to want to make sure you're seeing all my guitar lessons here on YouTube, so be sure to subscribe to the channel. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed this lesson. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again next time. Bye for now. When it comes to online guitar lessons, there's no place better than creativeguitarstudio.com. General membership to the site is always free, and paid memberships to access our step-by-step beginner, intermediate, and advanced guitar programs are offered in reasonable monthly and annual packages. Skype lessons are also available if you need more specific instruction one-on-one to discuss the finer details of your guitar playing. Sign up today at creativeguitarstudio.com. I've got 25 years experience teaching guitar and have written a well-organized step-by-step guitar course. Head over to my website at creativeguitarstudio.com and sign up for a free membership today. Join the thousands of members worldwide who have already enrolled. There's no need to try learning the guitar on your own. Let me help you become the best guitar player that you can be.